How has my life gotten to the point where the only thing I feel is a slight warmth of whiskey sliding down my throat?
I am with you on that one. Seems to me that the only time I am noticed in this bar is when I scrounge up for some change for a tip. And you are?
It's Henry. Lieutenant Frederick Henry. I enlisted and served in the Italian army a ways back, but I am in fact an American. Back during the war, just about all I felt was pain. Well, physical pain, that is. I almost lost my leg in battle. I thought that after the war, my life would go back to normal, that I would get a proper job, marry, start a family, and provide.
Well, of course, because living some sort of cookie-cutter life is exactly what will make you happy.
Excuse me? Who are you?
Excuse me. I'm Ellie Higginbottom from Chicago, for what it's worth to you. Pardon my interruption to your conversation with this fine gentleman. All I'm saying is that I refuse to live the picture-perfect life that my mother has envisioned for me.
Cheers to that. I never was able to connect with my mother. I felt unwanted, like a past mistake. The name's Sophie, by the way.
Wow, that's tough. While I did not struggle with family, society has always viewed me as an outcast, unpretentious, invisible. To them, I am nothing more than a black man in the workforce who is not worthy of intelligence, getting to know, or conversing with.
Well, I guess that makes me the worst of everyone here. My family's troubled and I can't even get a job or a house of my own. I'm Blanche Dubois. Well, until I lose my own name too. I was fired from my teaching position in Mississippi, raped by my brother-in-law, and my own husband killed himself. And not to mention, I was later hospitalized for my mental insanity. Isn't my life just dandy?
Sounds to me like we've all had our fair share of sorrow. Growing up, my mother often used to test my body for purity, which forced me into depression and isolation. The only thing that brightened my life was my wonderful Joseph. Together, we had a beautiful baby named Brigitte.
If I had a love and a baby of my own, not one complaint would come out of my mouth. During the war, when I injured my leg, I was stuck in bed with nothing to do but lay there and suffer. Nurses and doctors tended to me, but that was protocol. Then I met the love of my life, Catherine. She took away all my life's pain, not just the pain from my leg. With her, I was happy. I had goals and passions. We were even expecting a baby. No, Catherine went into labor. I was ready to welcome my child into the world, but the baby was delivered stillborn.
Sounds like some sort of gruesome story I would write up. I'm sorry to hear about your tragedy. At least you have Catherine to support and love. My old love buddy did not understand my passions in mind. I cannot marry such a person, especially being that he was not loyal to me during our relationship.
Well, actually, the night we lost our baby, I lost my Catherine as well. She died of a hemorrhage and I have not been able to recover since.
It's interesting how our lives, tragedies, and sorrows are entirely different circumstances, yet we are so very similar.
I have never seen a group of complete strangers have more in common than the best of friends or family like we do. And while our connections are not over the most positive aspects of our life, we truly understand each other.
For once, I'm glad I came into this rundown bar for a drink. I thought my feelings were far more complex than any sip of whiskey could do.
Me too. Tonight was one of the first times I was able to be heard and actually connect with others. I am finally being seen as more than just some outcast.
I hope to see you all again sometime. It was wonderful getting to meet you. We have all come so far in life. Now it's time to look to the future for what's to come.